Okay. Right, so to measure boil and Iarmhairt Ceimiceach in the text origin. So so came fire will add voltage in usage in transport the fun electra, showing the transmission of electrical energy. So ten chas at the target is a second in linche quarter and power lines. Fad I had a go energy le carnag na sruhuna. So risk college by Jules law test going to goal and made chas at the target is a second in linche quarter. Fad I had a go energy le carnag na sruha. So ni slew vis and sruh. Ní slú foniu chasa te corre a mau sna línte quarta so less heat energy te corre mau. So mar gol P codma V midi fa I so tas can go le quart codma voltage midi fan sru. The quart toka P ní smó nan voltage V ní slú an sru. So mar sin te ard voltage a usad le foniu corre a mau a ledu. So to reduce the heat energy put to waste usan should high voltage. Now la high voltage usage rudder I should do such a rudder hundred transformers. Okay, so sin the cloth dan attention. So chefu to transformer stations aku heart a hanech agus chefu even galgaji quart to he and chefu gold transformers are like in the poles agus usually not the power cut on usually blowland can in the transformers and agus kaisha ruddy ura horses but the transformers and using ruddy in transformer clothledan na attention quart so higlet hollow ard voltage could you equal voltage so cosla instant heat and voltage and I shake heat so have volt in year. Okay, there's Europe there's like half or 230 volts in America there's a kid so quite jake there's a lesson but in Iran there's a 230 now American there's a high voltage to go free I think usually been high voltage half of 40,000 volts they got free the power lines and then so the transformer more in the other 40,000 volts in at her back she's G 230 volts so it's net the transformers now later on Yenima kinalda and Tasha's option chapter very jerry but I think but Yenima rubber live our transformers because it's a good one for you all this is in the open transformers in machine live later on but anyway so erasure will so to reduce the high energy to call freedom power lines shouldn't use much voltage art last in the okay now the chemical effects so kade and Iarmhairt Ceimiceach this root electra so what is the chemical effect of an electric current okay so hanimi short of in cabbage of Fisic grow through electra goal Iarmhairt Ceimiceach tarlu fridge and lacht so she and Iarmhairt Ceimiceach the through lecture nu hin through lecture treat lacht agus tarlin Iarmhairt Ceimiceach into reaction so a chemical reaction occurs now just a rash and bomb so electralu animal are Iarmhairt Ceimiceach so the chemical effect is called electralu electrolysis okay now Ramesh electrolysis live into junior cert what come you give yeah I guess can you go to be kind of the main experiments we made you go for funny report to be let's go Giovanni tas and chain then na lock McCorley to can you go to junior cert and you want on your own
I think
no run to a but Cartima I guess ni wrote to say the reach come you go no yeah, we just not. I'm happy with the Jantigum. I guess send it in. Otherwise, you are in the way I could say abation, and
probably honestly.
Yeah, you would probably you are on a now content report do me anyways, not to worry. But it is we can do an experiment and our electrolysis. Okay, so. It is Cosla Mercantur Lehana Iarmhairt Ceimiceach the liquid in which the chemical reaction takes place is called an electrolyte. The rods or plates that dip into the electrolyte are called the electrodes, and the electrode connected to the positive of the power supply is the anode, agus it is the cathode to the negative supply. The container, electrolyte, and electrodes together are called a voltmeter. And if the electrodes do not take part in the chemical reaction, they are called inactive electrodes. Agus má lochan siad part in the chemical reaction, they're active electrodes. Agus a rééis experiments in sin le genu. So sin ciambug settlements just the lab haar le. So fuigamid a circuit to gal le wine is named back in sin darna le cheftu gwil tiu wine and copper a league etche huel agus a transfer the non-gene. So there's a cost in a copper plating. Now some which in metalworking and should rather be your electrolysis for copper plating or rather be.
No, I don't think so.
No, sin curse metalwork, no. But that cost la galvanizing agus ruddy machine, no.
I think like dirt polishing river, but like I don't think there's a parts done.
Yes, a part on curse. All right, okay. Okay, yes, he managed commission Steve more part on.
I think you can pick and choose what kind of questions you do. Like there's 10 questions, so maybe we're just not doing that question.
Ah, right, to options and right, that makes sense. Okay, that's all right. So the experiment program now give 3 uses of chemical this through lecture. So electroplating, so it is quite viable to sample horch. So so in the sampling chain, so electroplating round metal want as ambiente, so there's the split metals up into certain parts. Metal ainu, so to ionize metals using electrolysis, I guess eske average system hydrogen, I guess oxygen, so can a junior start experiment room within you. We make check lan variation the voltages Jacob my is we able to hydrogen I guess oxygen scaru. So my open to urban len not some more much hand experiments in sinna. So urban len a here chap Mushar is set up. So to ammeter og the channel through la sula through to variable research rugged battery ogud agus in to copper plates. Now short can the experiments at genu Chefetu a screech and shinanash head lena lena yaki chapmo art. Okay. Now a head can change your screen can brush simply hand Nielcha Bonnie here are a main experimental agenda in the rod. So just try my free can lena yaki chapmo shartenshin. So to demonstrate the chemical effect of an electric current. Okay, so these current is just equipment molecular. So it is an electrode gemna, electrojulta, and electrolyte and shen, I guess copper plates, I guess and circuit and shen. So Jeff Tune shen, irritation shall go the last stretch, so therefore to shrew, got a strabu free shaw, Mariago shaw on electrolyte, two slug in the sulfate copper, transferring the iron strasno o plate wine guji plate ella, I guess it is to and circuit complete. Okay, now rudder Harlan shin na brushes she's tea with wine, brushes she's the copper tea with wine, agus rahishin, agus gram and shad than tea willa. Agus reached hopefully near me back in the scholar bim jadishin a hashpentif. Now, gin the chemical reaction to Harlan. So again anode, so American to say again anode and chocolate Harlan. So smooth jested and current because she's a shastin anode yet in the positive plate. Okay. So could you Harlan? So copper atoms at the surface of the anode lose 2 electrons. So it is when you come in electrons a chain rotation the calu no gain electron. So lose 2 electrons and go into the electrolyte as copper ions. So rudder Harlan na tashin chaw brush shees agus calin chan the ions the electrons, present she's the electrons, I guess change the shahan ions is just a copper sulfate and shaw. Okay, so the anode slowly dissolves into the electrolyte as the electrolysis proceeds. So rudder Harlan in just brushing the plate shaw like she's. So you like go then you have to go in acid like here or an acid on sulfate copper, but go check here a copper like in shaw. Now rudder Harlan generate a non-gene tisha, I guess in gainlin chon electrons, I guess gram to the leak down plate to show and show. So at the cathode, so positive copper ions from the electrolyte pick up electrons from the negative cathode and become copper atoms. So these atoms become plated onto the cathode and it becomes coated in copper. So in chemical symbol Cu++ plus 2 electrons agus you to chellu copper. Okay, so it is sinadoi atarlan electrolysis agus electroplating. Now, so it is sampling the electrolyte. Now, it is in your fair go need to slag and de sulfate copper usage higlet acid to be used bun of solin in eske no kudul ina mote stage leche on the electrolyte. Okay. Now, it is Torignev Honan year work chemical, so remember back in us because for some Girod iron. So Barlehana, American Tunisian as your Barlehana Yahi Chapo art. So what is an iron? So it is add do no molin a wall electron a wine no ni smoke culture no fortune egg. Now, Marvrussian substances on the Hein Jarafa, August Jultan, there are two slogan she and Eske talked of two slogan Aina around two slogan a formature. So it's called an ionized solution. Okay. Now, make it to engine fast, the charge carriers an electrolyte. In an electrolyte, the charge carriers are positive and negative ions. So, chin ne locked in the umper at ense tus logan. I guess it reached primary free applications of chemical effect. You can do this in electroplating, extracting metals from their ores, purifying metals, agus reach la oxygen, agus hydrogen is garu reaching a sample kernel done experiment. Now, Canal Mercan 2 are Yahana Iarmhairt Martin experiment, robot different, but Canada to go such a variable resistor, but it's the right kernel setup kernel. So to investigate the variation of current, what potential difference for copper sulfate solution with copper electrodes. So Shinnik had experiment. Maar ook to Nash the lower experiments. So it is timage or just image mark Kenya timage. So so Shaw Mantor experiment 25. So make it to part A, B, C, agus D, and so the K part. Okay, so it is a head contimage na copper sulfur solution. So the majorlena head agus the shart. So in the lower experiments, have to for electricity or gogaji lena head agus the shart. So just in my stop screen sharing some bounces so dog goes hard there. So it reached mandatory experiment 25. I guess it reached medical molecular to set up kernel for you delete, but the can't shut them in copper sulfate solution head the way. So gogaji lena it's a shart. Okay. Now, so shin is set up Jantin power supply rheostat organization ammeter voltmeter I guess in the anode I guess a cathode set as a system shotgun. So you image copper plate and shun I guess got a copper sulfate solution I guess it is to majad the hall and shun I guess a setup a yenu. Okay. So run the image and shun. So let me back again screen share. So usage and trial lumber test later child current through extrabu I guess shin to chemical reaction at harlan shun. Shin electrolysis is tarlin expectal oxygen agus hydrogen is shahanya part agus shin the ruddy eligi higlin la electrolysis. Now the image posting connection metal tart charge yel shin head experiment down balgan agus restart right. So my just go stop action. Okay, so a new to me just call a half feeds in the experiment on show. My Chinese fossil fauna could you chart and sugar I guess mid year at the end of an experiment the or was you get a half region us just
news fair fauna Sheldon.
Aye, it was actually a aye.
But woman definitely a rash and
no, let's go. It just branch a J-Hook as a government in Marlis in you. So to me just to find out that news. Like the shocking like nearly even department ring out the pre-regi lunch you do for J to go like so Hockles with the Henius Alamusagun, but Fagumuja Guji hopefully chatting Sugan. The chance might give me Mujarash, but it is Nalasagun. I haven't a clue. So just cost la leaving starts to give the choice of Gushilla Jenny with the golf when you predict the grades na a testy any shifin like I guess additional core you be therapy talk of doing own department. It's just school Ray Agushi and Kai Shoshe engine to give you nusas good to she get a like so hopefully you make small feedback on department charts and sure. Right, so my argument in the experiment could you get me one with back chart and sugar. Mono one with back chart and sugar, rod the image is he get the new online motion okay.
Yeah.
So really ni higlum barn a you love could you get with an experiment and action really chain what the fakula genu is an experiment. So like I guess the robot over Jantogan, so Hockelum a chodjelle an charting a chót aftíf le studial or will she get kinal da revision yenu or J while she yenu Higlif leak on mutual again am when you nash just Lorigi farm bounty just could stop recording because you might get record that but you can't.